Today we are going to talk about something quite different from what we usually show in our videos. The sustainability community in Australia often associates air tightness with prestigious high-end homes or passive house. But for our long-term viewer, you guys should know we're always trying to develop and promote cost-effective and mainstream solution to bring air tightness into a broader community and to ordinary people, home buyers. Today, we have a great opportunity to interview the sustainability manager of one of the most iconic volume home builder in Australia, Metricon Homes. And we are going to talk about this issue with Mr. Adam Salv, the sustainability manager.
G'day Joe. Welcome to Metricon. Here we are in Mount Duneed in a Vantage 48. This is a more high-end home and prestigious sort of build. And it's still in final stages of construction. It's great to have you here today to talk air tightness and also put this home through its paces.
Before we start talking about the home and your solutions to address air tightness, tell me something about your career development, why you move into sustainability and what makes you hook up onto air tightness in homes.
Well, I am, I guess, from a background an engineer, and I started actually with cars and moved from cars to homes. One of the interesting kind of parallels was when I was at Ford Motor Company, we used to do pressure testing of cars. It was an excellent sign of, I guess, the quality of the car. And if you had a car that was leaky, people would drive down the highway, they'd hear wind noise and air rushing and complain, this car's terrible, and we've got a car with gaps and cracks that, we don't appreciate. And then, I've sort of transitioned into homes and found myself, lo and behold, doing similar sorts of tests. We are now pressure testing homes, and once again, the blower door test is an excellent measurement of the quality of a home. So if you've got a home with big gaps and cracks and lots of tolerance and variation, you get a poor result. If you have a well-designed home, you've paid attention to your details, you end up with better air tightness. And these same sorts of things that annoyed people in a car would annoy people in a home. So we are looking to build homes that meet a higher standard, have got better air tightness built into them through, I guess, our standard sort of processes, materials and practices and operations. So it's a journey and we are on that journey, but it's something that we're really serious about and something that we want to get better at. Metricon definitely likes to be seen as a leader and an innovator. We've got a 50-year history, and it's not built on the fact that we, built a home and stopped there and, product development ended. We continue to innovate. And this is a key area of, I guess, improving homes into the future that both builds home sustainability and energy savings and comfort into a home for the owner, adding value for them, but it's good for the environment and good for sustainability. And, as we go through, I guess, the journey of better sustainability, it's becoming more and more important to our market and our stakeholders that we do better in, that whole area together. So, yeah, we're looking for air tightness as a stepping stone to better performance. And, we know that coming into the future, we do energy ratings on homes. And currently we've got a 7-star rating. At the moment, it just looks at the building fabric, the orientation, the design, and gives you an assumed energy efficiency.
Rating on paper only.
Rating on paper only. And it doesn't take into account the fact that you might have a home that's built like a tent with massive gaps and cracks, and the conditioned air inside the home doesn't stay there very long because it gets blown out of the home. The energy rating tool is moving towards taking on board an air tightness test. So builders will be able to nominate a number in advance and say, this home that's 7 star, is it going to have 5 air changes? And that 5 air changes compared to the model's assumed value of 10 will give us about a 1-star improvement, or, thereabouts.
Yep.
So from a builder's perspective, there's an opportunity to actually start to build better value into homes in a construction sense as well.
Excellent. That ties back to some of our older videos talking about Sustainability Victoria program on as-built verification methods that we work with a few government agencies and a few home builders.
And I might just add that, look, it's early days in that space as well, and there's a lot of work to go, be run and completed before that is enabled, but it's definitely on the roadmap and is underway. So it's not something we can do today, but it is something that we're preparing for.
But Metricon is very proactive in trying to develop solutions that is getting themselves ready when it comes online.
Yes. We obviously, doors and windows and openings to outside are key areas for focus. But sometimes it's the things inside the home that actually add up. And in this home, we've got the heater return air voids, and we've done some work there to improve the air tightness of that. And another classic for homes is air movement through internal cavity sliding doors.
Oh, yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, always an issue and can really destroy a home's air tightness test. In this home, we've got 4 cavity sliding doors. Normally, that would result in quite a lot of air loss. I see doors that have given us 3 or 4 air changes individually. This home's got 4 of them, and we're actually seeing a pretty good result for the whole home, and it's because we've taken some, action on the sides of the door cavity pockets to try and limit that air movement in and out. So, there are a couple of examples that we're looking at, trying to understand how we can do this at scale with volume and robustly, effectively, so that everyone benefits without blowing out the costs.
And one of my favorite, very cost-effective solution that they're trying is how they address the big opening for the kitchen exhaust ductwork.
Oh, yes, that too. So that was a EPDM seal that we placed on the range hood duct and then connected the duct to the plaster where it would ordinarily pass through. So that's been another good save.
Excellent. Internal cavity sliding doors. Most of the time when we walk in a home, we just need to count the number of these doors, and we know each of them is roughly 2 air change per hour for the whole home. And typically, the funny thing is, whenever we switch on the fan, they would close like an automated door, because how much air is trying to rush out through the casing of this cavity sliding door. But in this home, when we start running the fan, pump up the pressure, the door is not moving at all. Even though this is not perfectly sealed at this point, the air leakage coming from this improved version cavity slider is no more than an ordinary swing door with hardware store seal installed around it. So it's a huge improvement. And Adam, can you explain to us what have you done to it to make such a big improvement?
We have, been talking to our suppliers, a lot of collaboration together, explaining where we see some opportunities, where we have some challenges, and what we might be able to do better. So working with our suppliers here, we've got the door, and I call it the pocket that the door leaf slides into. Normally it's a frame with big open sides, and when that builds onto a double stud, you've got air moving through the door pocket, air moves through the framing, air goes up through the double stud and into the roof. So when we do a blower door test, we normally see massive air movement through this area. And in fact, even if you're not doing a blower door test and you've got a windy, hot day, if you just stand here, you can feel air pumping from your roof into the house. So what we've done here, with the frame of the pocket that's normally open, is we've sealed that off with plywood that fits the pocket openings perfectly. and then installed the door to isolate the door pocket from the framing that's either side of this door, and therefore also isolating it from the roof space. So in this home, we're not going to feel any hot air movement into the home on a hot day. And when we run the blower door test, we're not seeing big air movement through this door pocket either. So big improvement, and yeah, back to working with suppliers, collaboration through industry, and I guess moving the needle.
Excellent. So this solution is not only improve your comfort, reduce your energy consumption, it also reduce dust incoming and the potential of insects crawling through these gaps. So it's a win-win-win-win solution.
That's true, yes.
Kitchen exhaust penetration. When I first see that problem, I couldn't understand why is it so hard to just seal around the exhaust ductwork. Can you give me some insight?
Yeah, well, it's a tricky area. You got your range hood here, which has a duct that leads from inside the kitchen and takes dirty air from the house outside. So the path it follows is directly to outside. As the range hood duct goes through the building and the construction, it's got to go through a plaster layer, it might have some cabinetry to get through, and those holes that are cut for the duct to run through are usually fairly oversized. So quite often when we do a blower door test, maybe more than quite often, nearly every time we do a blower door test, we see significant air movement associated with the range hood's installation. And what we've done here is actually fit a black rubber gasket that goes over the ducting and then slides onto, I guess, a point where it can interface with some plasterboard or sheet behind that then really isolates or closes off that pathway of air that would ordinarily pass through the range hood alongside the ducting. It's not necessarily through the ducting, but it's alongside the ducting directly to outside. So this, not a very expensive item, but it's one of the details that we're looking into and trying to work out how we can make this something that we do at scale. So a little bit of work to go on that yet, but looks like we've got some great results.
Excellent. This solution is great. It's not only the material itself is not expensive, but it also saves a lot of time and messiness, the level how messy it is. Because traditionally, we see people trying to solve this issue by either caulking around the duct, and it can get very messy. Even though it's inside a cabinetry, it still can cause a lot of issue, and sometimes you may not have access to the back of the duct between the plasterboard, not enough room to do the job properly. You can even be installing this before you put the duct on, so you can slide the duct around and you still have the freedom to move. It's excellent.
Well, Joe, it's been great having you at Metricon today and looking at this display home and putting it through its air tightness paces. Something that we're really keen to work a lot more on and with, and really kind of like bring this to market, but yet it is still something that's in its sort of, I'm not going to say infancy, we've spent a fair amount of time talking to it, but it's something that we're definitely working on. We feel that this is a super important aspect of building and construction and the future of Australian homes, and really look forward to this being something that's sort of at scale. The importance of it is just going to give people better homes. They're going to enjoy living in their home more. It's going to have fewer bugs. It's going to have less dust.
The small step solution that you apply in this home apparently works quite well. Even the home is at its unfinished state with a few pretty significant opening on the walls and unfinished wall. You still 15 to 20% above and beyond the regulation target.
Yeah, great point, Joe. This home is still under construction. It is not finished, and even with a few, I guess, known kind of like parts that we need to finish off, we've still got a strong result and better than, I guess, the building code's minimum requirement, but we want to do much better than that.
Of course.
And, we want this to be, a really leading example of, I guess, our quality builds and really deliver homes that appeal to a market that understands better building.
Thank you, Adam. And thanks Metricon for pioneering the improvements, and hopefully the entire industry would catch up.